Okay, let's make a capture application with .twain and .image. First thing we do is start a new project, make it a Windows application, and give it a name. We'll make the form a little bigger so that we can see more of the image. And put on a tool strip so that we can control the scanner and do some basic image manipulation. And then we'll put on the document viewer from .image, and that will automatically put all the references that you need into the project. Then we'll go over to the document viewer and set its doc to fill so that it fills up the entire window. And we'll bring an acquisition control onto the form as well. That will allow us to talk to our scanner, and that brings in the .twain reference into our project. Going back to our tool strip, we can now add on a combo box. Later we'll fill that with a list of scanners from our computer. And then we'll put on some more buttons. We're going to need to be able to open and save documents, and then start scanning, and also do some simple image manipulation. And I'll just move some of these buttons to the left, and then we're going to also want a label for the combo box. And then we'll go to each button and give it a name, and then once we're done with that, we'll add some images to them too as well. So we're going to need to open, save, start scanning. This is our label to choose a scanner. We'll change the text so that you can see that on the form. That was our combo box that will have the list of scanners. This is our scan button. We'll put on buttons to allow me to fit the image to the width of the form, and then we'll have the last button set it back to full size. If we go over to our resources, I have some icons prepared for these buttons. So I'll just drag them into here. And then all we need to do is click each button and then change its image. So we'll do that quickly. There's the open button. Save. Scan. Fit to width. And then finally full size. And since all my images are 24 by 24, let me go back to the tool strip control and change the scaling size. Now if I want to implement the open button, I'm going to need to bring in a couple of namespaces. I'm going to use IO, of course, and then we'll also be using some namespaces from DotImage. So I'll bring in Italisoft Imaging, which has all of our basic image objects, and then I'll also bring in codec. And Twain will be used later for talking to the scanner. So I'll do that now. If I go back to the form, I'm going to bring in an open file dialog onto the form, and now I'm ready to implement open. So I'll double click it. That'll bring me to its event handler, and it's very simply, I just have to show the open dialog, and if OK is pressed, then I just tell the document viewer to open up the file that was chosen in the file dialog. So the first argument is a file system image source, which it can be made up of a list of files. I just need to pass it one. Just the file name from the open file dialog. The next argument is whether I want to open up all the frames, which I do, and I could give a progress event handler, but we're not going to show progress right now. I just want to set my open file dialog to have no initial file name, and I've already set up a directory with an image in it, so just to make it easier, I'll just set that as the initial directory. And then we'll run it. If I click the open button, and then choose the TIFF, it opens it up, and the thumbnail is coordinated with the image viewer. That's what the document viewer gives me. And I can scroll around the image. And that's the end of part 1.